Welcome to Check This Out, podcast for kids.
And they're grown-ups, where we explore people, places, ponderings, and past moments from history that shape the world around us. My name is Amy Contreras.
And I'm Cece.
Today, we are talking about a musician I learned about in school, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder is an American musician, and he was even a former child prodigy.
A prodigy is a person, even a young person of amazing talent or ability.
Do you all want to know something crazy about Stevie Wonder, listeners?
Yes. Stevie Wonder made his recording debut at age 11.
Yeah, Cece, you nailed it. He wasn't that much older than you are when he started making music. And what makes his talents even more amazing is that he couldn't see. He was blind from birth. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Stevie Wonder was born on May 13th, 1950 in Saginaw, Michigan.
His name when he was born was Stevland Hardway Judkins, and he was born 6 weeks early. This fact is really important because he was born early. He had retinopathy of prematurity, which is an eye disorder.
This led to him being blind for the rest of his life.
And despite his blindness, he showed a really amazing talent for music as a kid. Well, his talent started emerging really early.
He taught himself how to play harmonica, piano, and drums all before he turned 10 years old.
When Stevie Wonder was 11 years old, he was discovered by Ronnie White, who was part of the Motown band The Miracles. This helped him get an audition with the Motown Records founder, Berry Gordy Jr. And Berry Gordy Jr. really quickly signed Stevie Wonder to a record deal in 1961.
Stevie's first number one hit, Fingertips Part 2, came out in 1963.
And more number one hits followed, including Uptight, Everything Is All Right, With a Child's Heart, and a cover of Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind.
See what we mean about him being a prodigy.
While Stevie Wonder was busy making music, writing music, and learning instruments, he was also getting involved in the world around him. At age 15, Stevie Wonder attended a Chicago Freedom Movement rally where he met the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. This meeting would remain an important moment for him, and this makes sense as you learn about some of his advocacy later in his career.
Advocacy is about speaking up for yourself or others to make sure everyone is treated fairly and gets what they need.
That's right, Cece. Stevie worked with Motown Records for a long time. With the help of another Motown artist named Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder received full creative control of his work after he turned 21, and he began to write, perform, and produce the albums for which he is most well known. Stevie Wonder married a fellow Motown singer and songwriter named Syreeta Wright in 1970, but they got divorced 2 years later.
In the 1972, he released the album Music of My Mind.
And he kept making music. Lots of albums followed. Over the course of his career, he released 23 studio albums, 3 soundtrack albums, 4 live albums, 11 compilations, 1 box set, and 91 singles.
That is a lot. But wait, do we ever get to see Stevie Wonder in real life, like in a picture or, well...
Oh, I guess I didn't show you pictures of him, huh? We only listened to his music. Yeah. Jinx. We can totally...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay.
We can totally look at pictures of Stevie Wonder, and we can even watch videos of him performing. And it's cool to see him perform because remember, he's blind. And so you can see him performing wearing his signature sunglasses while he plays the piano and stuff. So now, Cece, you mentioned he made a lot of music, and we listened to some of his songs the other night, didn't we?
Oh my tail, that was not a lot of songs.
We listened to like 10 of his songs.
We didn't.
Well, anyways, he made a lot of music. And to put this into perspective, over the course of his career, Stevie Wonder has had 10 number one hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. He's also had 20 R&B number one hits and over 30 number one hits globally across all the different charts.
He is a music-making machine.
You're right. He's still alive and still making music. And like we talked about, he's a musical genius. He was self-taught on a lot of instruments, and he's an acclaimed songwriter. Stevie Wonder also took an unusual step for a Motown artist because he went on tour with the British rock band the Rolling Stones in 1972, which brought his music to an audience with different musical tastes. His 1980 release, Hotter Than July, was Stevie Wonder's first platinum album. The star used one of his album cuts, Happy Birthday, to fuel his campaign to have Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday declared a national holiday.
This was successful, and Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday became a federal holiday in 1983.
Yeah, that was a big deal. And he's continued to achieve great success over the years. Stevie Wonder has sold over 100 million records. He's also had those 30 top 10 hits.
Stevie Wonder also has an Academy Award.
That's right, Cece. He won his Academy Award for Best Song for I Just Called to Say I Love You for the movie The Woman in Red. He has also won 22 Grammy Awards.
Rolling Stone magazine named Stevie Wonder the 9th greatest singer of all time.
He took a break from recording for 10 years in the late 1990s, and he used that time to focus on his advocacy work, and he went back to the studio in 2005 for an album called Time to Love. Stevie Wonder married a lady named Karen in 2001, and the couple had 2 kids, Kylan and Mandla, but they got divorced in 2015. Stevie Wonder remarried in 2017 to a woman named Tamika, and the couple had 2 children.
Stevie Wonder has 9 kids from his different marriages and relationships. Now here's my question.
What's your question, Cece?
Why did he get divorced 3 times and Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera only got divorced once?
You know, different people get divorced or stayed married for different reasons. It's hard to know, but...
Oh, so like somebody gets divorced like 11 times?
I don't think that happens very often, but technically, yeah, you could. In this case, Stevie Wonder did get divorced 3 times, but there's so much other interesting stuff to talk about.
Is he gonna get divorced again?
No one knows, but here's something... Here's something I think that's cool to know. Stevie Wonder has been a longtime advocate for improving services for the blind and for those with disabilities. He was even named a United Nations Messenger of Peace in 2009. And in June of 2013, Stevie Wonder announced he would perform a concert in Marrakesh for people to provide blind and visually impaired people around the world with more access to books.
Advocacy has been a big part of Stevie Wonder's career.
Yeah, not just working for other people who experience blindness, but across a range of issues. He was an early and outspoken critic of the apartheid in South Africa and has also been deeply involved in the global war against famine and hunger.
He performed in concerts to protest nuclear weapons and promote peace. I have a question. How old is he right now?
Ooh, good question. Let's look that up real fast. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on, listeners.
Stevie Wonder is 75 years old today. So, Cece, you just talked about how he's performed concerts to protest nuclear weapons and promote peace. He's also recorded songs that urge racial harmony, like Ebony and Ivory with Paul McCartney, who was a Beatle. Do you remember the Beatles?
No. Actually, yes.
That was another one of our episodes we did.
Mom, I don't remember all of their names.
That's okay. You don't need to. But so he performed a song with Paul McCartney from the Beatles. He also did a song about opposing drunk driving, which is called Don't Drive Drunk. And he advocated for stiffer handgun control laws with a song called My Love Is With You. And he fought world hunger with We Are the World.
I love this quote from him.
You can sing about things and you can talk about things, but if your actions don't speak louder than your words, you're nothing. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder isn't just a powerful public figure and artist. He's an accomplished musician on piano, synthesizer, harmonica, congas, drums, bongos, organ, melodica, and clavinet.
Stevie Wonder ranks alongside the Beatles and Elvis Presley, and having the most top 10 records.
Wow, we learned a lot about Stevie Wonder today. Cece, what was your favorite fact?
I like how he wears his glasses.
When he performs?
Yes, but I thought he had more hair.
Well, that's always a good thing to learn. Now, listeners, before we let you go, we wrote you a poem about Stevie Wonder. Cece, do you want to help me say the poem?
No, thanks, but we do that every single day.
Yep, we do a poem for every episode. So let's go through it and then we'll wrap it up. So Stevie Wonder was born to sing and play. He overcame blindness, learning new instruments each day. With a heart full of rhythm and a voice like a song,
he crafted his music to bring us along.
As he sat at the piano, the magic began. From Superstition to I Just Called to Say I Love You. Oh man, isn't she lovely? He sang from his heart.
Ebony and ivory shared from his heart.
With each note he played, he would lift spirits high, a higher ground calling to reach for the sky. A tour with the Stones, a legendary career. Motown knew from this prodigy a star would appear. Though challenges came, he never lost sight. His music a beacon shining so bright. Stevie Wonder, an artist it's clear. Thanks for the gift of his songs we hold so dear. Thanks for listening to another episode of Check This Out Podcast for Kids. Here at the Check This Out Podcast, we know there's a lot of information, and it can be overwhelming to find accurate information online. This podcast is a tool for you to help you do something called citing your sources. As you get older and do projects for school, you'll learn that certain types of websites or information sources, like AI, aren't verified or have evidence and documentation to back them up. On Check This Out, we use verified sources to build the stories you hear about. Verified sources are materials or information that have been confirmed for accuracy and credibility through an evaluation process. Our sources for this week's episode are Encyclopedia Britannica, Biography.com, Motown Museum, Billboard, and the Kennedy Center. Join us next week for another episode featuring a pondering from history.
Thanks for listening. See you next episode. Don't forget to subscribe.